I had moved back to the area from Chippewa after being away for a couple of years, and none of my friends had kids. And so my husband and his coworker, they both had wives who were new or back to the area. They were from Florida. And so her and I were getting together for lunches. And then it was like, the two of us is fun, but more would be better. Like getting to know other moms. Like, what if one of us is sick? So Kathleen ended up doing my makeup before having kids for maternity photos. And so I had messaged her on Instagram saying, hey, would you want to join us for lunch sometime? And it kind of grew from there. Kathleen knows everybody. So it's gone from 2 people to 250 people within a couple months.
Whoa.
It's kind of insane. And it's crazy because when they had reached out to me, obviously I didn't know Brooke before that. I didn't know Alyssa before that, the two that kind of started in the beginning. And once they had reached out to me, I was like, okay, yeah, why not? I need to get out and meet some friends. We're all kind of younger moms. Well, the ones who started. So it's kind of hard because a lot of your friends don't really have kids yet and you don't really know what to do. So once we started doing lunches, I just instantly, I have such a passion for like networking and connecting people. And so as soon as we kind of saw the opportunity, we were like, we can do so much with this. Mm-hmm. And so instantly it just grew like crazy. Especially because Brooke and I I have a background in marketing and business. And then with Brooke's background in graphic design, we just kind of collaborated and thought, you know what, we can do something really big with this. Mm-hmm. And we started reaching out to local business owners who were female owned and moms. We kind of focused on moms, but of course, even if they aren't moms, that's fine too. But we just really wanted to bring attention to local female business owners and also local restaurant establishments. So out of over 20 mom lunches we've conducted so far, we've only gone to 2 chain restaurants. All the rest have been locally owned restaurants. Mm-hmm. And we've also hosted 4 events with locally owned women in the short time before a pandemic. Obviously, we haven't done any events since then.
Right. So when you get together for these lunches, how many of there are you?
It really ranges between 10 to 2 to 15. It really depends on people who work are meeting us for lunch. So it's not just people who are staying home with kids. Yeah. People are coming on their lunch breaks. People have days off. So it really ranges on other people's work schedules. And we just say, make it when you can. Or if you don't want to come and just want to stick to the social media part, like that's totally fine too.
Do you only ever meet for lunch, or do you ever do like happy hours? Do you do other events, or what happens?
Yes, we definitely do other events. We just always keep a consistent Monday, so everyone knows that there's always a noon. It's always at 12 p.m. on Monday. Bring your children, don't bring your children. You don't have to have a baby. We have moms ranging from still expecting to ones that have kids in college. So nice. That's been nice. But we've definitely done some mom happy hours, which has been a lot of fun. We really want to encourage and support moms to do self-care, get out, kind of connect without the kiddos. And we've also tried to put together some things where you can bring your spouse or significant other too, so that we can kind of create a community, village, and just network and support each other.
That's awesome. So are you guys doing any virtual meetings now during the Safer at Home order, or are you guys just interacting on social?
There's been both, yeah.
There's definitely been, I can let Brooke elaborate too on the social aspect, but with meetings, there's definitely been Zoom meetings, connecting, we have one of the mom group members is a restaurant business owner, and she's done some fun cooking things on Zoom, and just being able to connect like that has been nice, and doing face-to-face calls, even just one-on-one has been really helpful.
Well, especially since we used to see each other weekly, then to going to nothing at all, our social media has still been extremely active, whether it's checking in and just seeing how everyone's doing. Does anyone need diapers? Does anyone need formula? Like people who have extra and willing to help out. And then even just saying, hey, I'm going crazy. I need help with a sleep schedule, or, just anything mom related, parent related, or there's talks about pajama sets that people are buying for themselves.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
moms
really
dropping
just,
off cakes on people's doorsteps, and
yeah.
they don't have a lot going on. Well, they have their kids obviously,
Right.
but baking with kids and just kind of a pick-me-up to help raise spirits right now. So it's just been so cool seeing, people dropping off cards on people's doorsteps in the group, and cookies and cakes, and just,
Yeah.
I don't know, really keeping the community strong even when we can't be together in person.
Curious, has one of the topics been, the struggle of the whole school, schooling from home during this situation? Has that been one of the big topics?
It's definitely been talked about.
Okay.
Kathleen, you can elaborate on that one.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely come up. I think that it's more just been a lot of moms. I would say the homeschool piece has come up, but it's more so been moms working from home while homeschooling.
Yeah.
And that's been the part that we've kind of been talking about. So not as much about the homeschooling per se aspect, but more so just encouraging moms who are just like, I
Trying to
cannot
figure it out
right now. Yeah. So just helping kind of figure out ways and navigate how to support each other, even if you just have to drop off some rosé on their doorstep so that once they clock out, they can. There's been a lot of rosé.
Well, and it's got to be really helpful to be able to have this community to know that, hey, whatever you're doing a great job. We know you're trying, and it's not going to be a success all day, every day. It's not going to feel that way.
And you're not alone. That's, I think the
Yep.
biggest thing is sometimes you just feel so alone in this, and knowing like, hey, someone else is going through something very similar, or even just there to talk to is really nice. I saw it a lot on Instagram, just kind of like famous people doing it, and it's like, I haven't seen any mom versions, and it's a way to get us to connect and do something together without, again, being together. So we reached out to a couple of the moms that have been pretty active in our group and just said like, hey, would you be interested? And if not, like, that's okay too. And everyone was on board with doing it. So we threw it together within a week, and everyone had a lot of fun with it, and everyone's like wanting to do another one. So I have to come up with another idea.
Yeah, it was really fun. Yeah, so definitely you should, because we enjoyed seeing it. Yeah,
it was a lot of fun, and it's so neat to have something that is put together so well to show so many different people and what their houses look like and what their makeup routine looks like. Even just the quick change is really fun.
And we're all so different. Like that's, I think,
the
great thing about it too, is like everyone's habits or everyone's hobbies, and some people get really done up, some people don't want to get really done up. So it's really cool that we're all very different and come from.
So the big question is, how do you get into the moms group?
Yes. So we never want it to seem exclusive by any means. It's very inclusive. We do keep the page private for the privacy of the children involved, obviously. And for the moms, you never want the public to know where we're meeting at some point. You never know if someone's in, let's say, a custody battle or things like that. We just want to be really sensitive to the privacy of the family. We do have a public Instagram. We've really worked on branding because we want to start doing some things with that. So people reach out to us a lot on there, and we go ahead and add them to the group. Otherwise, there is the ability within the group, if someone's already in it, to invite people and they can bring them in. And we just have to make sure that people have mutual friends. We are just very conscious of the safety of the moms and the kids and making sure there's not any spamming. But anyone can join the group that is local. We have people from, well, anyone could join the group, but it would make more sense if you're local. We have people drive from Toma. We have people drive from Westby. We thought it would just be, right here in the area, but it's really grown.
Mm-hmm.
We even had one mom see us out and about at a restaurant, then reach out to us on Instagram saying, hey, I saw you guys like out at the Charmont. I'd love to join, and so that was really cool that like she was able to pick us out and then find us later too.
We keep saying we need to hand out business cards so that they can contact us, and then we can add them in and, get people going. And it's nice because it's such an eclectic group, and we're getting to know so many other people and finding out even more women that we can support in different ways that you just don't realize. Like we have some doulas in the group. We have people, aspiring to be midwives. And it's like, that's so cool that we can like watch them on this journey and support them, and then be able to have this group of women with all these different backgrounds that we can support in the area. So that's been really cool.
Awesome.
Well, and that's something really nice about the Instagram is that you can follow that and comment on it without feeling like you have to be in the group necessarily. If you want to be just more someone that's looking for ideas and tips and maybe a little intimidated by the Facebook group, to follow on Instagram is a really cool idea as well.
Exactly. And that's kind of why we created it. We do post pictures sometimes from lunches. We get approval for moms. But we also just like to post product reviews and, you know, what we're doing at different stages. And it can be really intimidating when, like you said, when there's a group of just women, that's so intimidating when you don't know anyone. And it's crazy because we have so many transplants in the group, which has been so amazing. Like just someone met someone at their labor class who was from a different state and they were from a different state, but then they connected on Facebook and now they're in mom group. It's just so crazy. So it seems so intimidating at first, but we really have tried so hard to spread the word that we are so inclusive. We want everyone to be involved in this. And it doesn't matter if you're a birth mom, a bonus mom, adoptive mom, anyone. We do not, however you fit into that picture, you're welcome.
And most of us who are getting together didn't know each other before this. So that's really cool too, is like most of us just met through this mom group. So it is intimidating to come, you know, and for the first time, but then after that, people are like, wow, I needed this. Like, I'm so happy I came after I came for the first time.
Yeah, and you'll have a whole group of new friends, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Right before the pandemic happened, we really wanted to work on volunteerism with our group, just kind of teaching the kids, getting them exposure to volunteering and just exposure into the community about things. We had raised within hours in our group. This is just such an amazing thing. Within hours, raised over $350 for the local police department so that they could hand out gift cards for grocery stores during the pandemic, because you just don't know who's in need right now, and they know who's in need. But we're hoping, and we'd love if people could reach out to us if they are a business or a group or an organization that would like us to start volunteering after this. We would just love to get the kids exposure and get us out too. You know, when you're staying home or even when you're working, it's nice to just get out and do something for other people, especially after all of this is going on.
Yeah. Totally.
Very cool.
I think that's really neat. And that's one cool thing that's come out of this situation is seeing how well the community joins together. And even, you know, there are people that are out of work that are only able to help a little bit, but you know, there's a lot more need, but there's also a lot more giving. And so to see that coexist has been so fun.
It's been incredible. And I think that's the one like piece of hope that has helped, you know, getting kind of through this, is that there's definitely hope for humanity for sure, because I've seen so many people, like Brooke was saying, even just in the group too, do you need diapers? Do you need wine? What do you need? I mean, you don't have to have money to help someone out. You can make them a card. And that's been really, really amazing.